Hi guys, Kai here and welcome back to another episode of the Matchday Live series. Today Arsenal are at home taking on Fulham in the Premier League. Now obviously we are in fantastic form right now. We've played 3 games so far this season and as you all know we are currently top of the Premier League table. So another win today will keep us there. Of course, we are the only team in the league right now with a 100% record, and you would say Arsenal should be the big favourites going into this game as well. Fulham though, still unbeaten themselves this season. They did start the season I think with 2 draws and a win. So obviously they will want to continue on with that and not pick up a defeat today, but I think Arsenal, especially being at home, will be just a little bit too much for them. So last week's results, you can see there Fulham, they won 3-2 against Brentford, which was a fantastic result, and obviously Arsenal, they picked up 3 points away against Bournemouth. Liverpool, they lost against Manchester United. I'm pretty sure a lot of you watched that game. Chelsea was another big result last weekend, losing 3-0 against Leeds United. Spurs, though, they won. Man City dropped points against Newcastle United 3-3. So a good weekend all round really for Arsenal, and obviously Tottenham picking up a win. Not sure who Tottenham take on this week. We'll have a look shortly. I think they have the fixtures popping up as well shortly, but more on Arsenal. Obviously the transfer window is closing within the next 7 days, 5 days, something like that. So it's going to be interesting to see. Yesterday Nicolas Pepe was confirmed. He's confirmed his move to Nice on loan for this season, so I wish him all the best. Bit unfortunate that he's not really worked out at Arsenal. We all know that he's a good player. He has his moments, of course, of brilliance, but with Bukayo Saka coming through the ranks and his price tag on Pepe, like a club record fee for a player, he had a lot of pressure on his shoulders straight from day one, and he didn't really live up to it. But I think going back to France, I think he's going to be absolutely fantastic for Nice. They've obviously got Aaron Ramsey there and Kasper Schmeichel, so some good players for Nice. They've not been playing great as of late. They've had a pretty poor start to the season, to be honest, but I think they will pick it up, especially with Nicolas Pepe now on the wing for them. It'll be interesting to see how it gets on. But back to Arsenal, with Pepe going, I think there will be maybe 1, possibly 2 incomings within the next week. Obviously, the 2 which everybody has been talking about are Nunez and who's the other one? Tielemans, of course. So we'll wait and see on those, see if they actually come through or not. A few other ramblings about another goalkeeper coming in, possibly, but I don't think that's really going to pull off, to be honest. So I think it'll just be the 2 midfielders, if anything. I don't think anything's really prioritised right now from Arteta. I think he's pretty happy with the squad, but I think if he can get another additional, or even if it's just for squad depth alone, then I think he may go ahead and do so. There could be a shout for another striker as well, of course, if something happens to Gabriel Jesus, who's actually had a fantastic start to the season. Then we will be a little bit short in the striker role positions, because obviously we've only got Eddie and Nketiah up front as well. I know a few players can play in the striking position, such as, I think you could even start Saka there. Martinelli, of course, he's a bit of a striker too. But let's have a quick look then, as I mentioned earlier on, at the fixtures coming up in the Premier League. Oh no, not the fixtures actually. Let's have a look at the league table. There is a league table. You can see the fixtures on the right side of the screen. Arsenal got Fulham coming up. Manchester City second. They've got Crystal Palace, which will be a tough game. Fulham down in 7th place, obviously taking on the Arsenal. Newcastle and Wolves will be a good game. Nottingham Forest are taking on Tottenham. So that's going to be, you would say, an easy game for Tottenham, but Forest again, they've not started too badly as well. Their first season in the Premier League for a while. They played 3, won 1, lost 1 and drew 1. So a fairly decent start to Forest, but you can only see one way that Spurs game going. That's another 3 points for Tottenham. But as I said, you've seen stranger things happen. Last weekend we saw Leeds United destroy Chelsea 3-0. We're hoping we don't have any mistakes or any shocks at the Emirates today. Also, Arsenal's next fixture is up against Aston Villa. Now, we'll be away during that one. I'll still try and watch it somehow. I'll have to try and find a pub which is playing it. I will be away on holiday with my son next week. So what we're going to do, we're going to record that episode just after this one. So I'm not going to be able to talk about the result from this Fulham game in that episode. So hopefully we do win it, and hopefully we are still top of the table come that Aston Villa game. But as you can see here on FIFA 22, we are currently 2-1 up, as Martinelli is taken down there in the box. So a good chance here for Arsenal to grab a 2-goal lead and take it to 3-1. And it is going to be Gabriel Jesus who steps up then for the Gunners. As I mentioned as well in previous episodes, we will be switching to FIFA 23 once that game is released. And there we go, sending the keeper the wrong way. Gabriel Jesus, we touched on it earlier, he's had an absolutely fantastic start to his Arsenal career, and we're hoping he can grab a few goals in today's game as well, that's for sure. In front of the home fans, I pretty much guarantee he's going to get at least one goal today. I could even see him getting a brace, possibly even a hat-trick, depending on the Fulham team which shows up today. But we just want the 3 points. Even if he doesn't get a goal, as long as Arsenal can get the win, that's the main thing that we're aiming for today. Here is Bukayo Saka, less than 10 minutes remaining, looking for a fourth. He's still going forward, and he's teed up Emil Smith-Rowe. I thought that was Odegaard for a second, but it was in fact Emil Smith-Rowe. And there he is to give Arsenal a 4-1 lead. And there he is celebrating with his teammates. Nketiah, he's come on as well. Saka, he did the hard work in that build-up play, ran all the way through. Nobody really charged him down fast enough. Look at that, just let him go, and then an open goal there for Emil Smith-Rowe to score his first goal of the day. So less than 8 minutes gone. Arsenal, they have the 3 points in the bag. Will this be the result in today's game in real life? I certainly hope so. And maybe even another. Here is Saka again, pushing forward on that right side. Can he get it in the middle again? No, he cannot. The defender read him that time, and Fulham do get the ball clear. So I think, guys, that is going to be about it, unless Arsenal can go push forward for one more. Good ball over the top. And again, though, the Fulham defence in the right place at the right time. And I think that was Saka. Could not quite connect with that one, unfortunately. And he went for it. You can't really grumble at him for going for that one. It was a terrible effort, wasn't it? Didn't really connect with it at all. But we have 3 minutes of extra time to play. Half of that was already gone. So I look forward then to the next game. As I said, it is, I think it's at home actually, against Aston Villa. I think it is at home. So as I said, I won't be here for that one. I will try and watch it. I believe it's on the Wednesday. And then obviously next weekend we have Manchester United. That is going to be a big one, especially after they beat Liverpool last weekend. But there we go. We've taken it here 4-1, 3 points in the bag. And let's just have confirmation. And as the Arsenal players celebrate there, applauding the support from the crowd, I have to say that the fans in the stadium have been absolutely fantastic at the start of this season. But there we go. Confirmation of our next game. Arsenal at home taking on Aston Villa. Leave your score predictions for the Fulham and the Aston Villa game below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.